Welcome back. Joining me now from the Every Kid in Our Community Coalition, the coordinator, Jane Hess, is with us, and we're going to be talking about a campaign, a Hello campaign. Welcome to the program, Jane.
Thank you, Doreen. It's nice to be here.
Oh, hey, it's always a pleasure for us. What is Start With Hello campaign?
Well, Start With Hello is a campaign launched again. It was launched originally in 2019 by the Every Kid in Our Communities Coalition to basically say hello to children and youth in the community so that they feel that they belong, that they're welcomed, and that they're part of our community moving forward.
Very good, very good. That's very important for a child, is to recognize that they're there. And what's wrong with a hello?
Yeah, start with hello.
Yeah.
And this is the example I use. You see that kid walking down, often a youth, walking down the street with a hoodie over their head, and you kind of wonder, should I say hi? Go up to them, say hi. How are you today? Are you having a good day? So it's that kind of engagement, so that they feel that they are part of the community, and we want them in the community.
Or there's also some youth, their heads down, and they're just walking along. What's the harm in just a hello?
And sometimes they're quite surprised when you say hello to them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
oh, somebody spoke to me.
Somebody spoke to me, exactly. And so that's what we want to do. We want them to feel welcomed and engaged and part of our community, for all those reasons that, helps them become really responsible and, productive adults in our community.
Well, yeah, they feel that they're part of. So the Every Kid in Our Community, what is this coalition?
So this coalition is made up of 45 or so child and youth serving providers in our community. The Leeds-Grenville-Lanark District Health Unit, Family and Children's Services of Leeds and Grenville, Girls Inc., Big Brothers Big Sisters, R&J Youth, many of the organizations that serve children and youth, or in some capacity serve them in different ways that you might expect. For instance, the food bank. So, food banks, EEC, Employment and Education Center. So many agencies that serve children, youth, and families in our community. And the purpose of it is to try to coordinate, work well together, and to not duplicate, so that we can provide the best environment for kids and youth and families in Leeds and Grenville.
Exactly. And I mean, in order to do this, as you just brought up, the duplication, no, it doesn't help to duplicate the same service.
No, absolutely not. And there's always not enough money. So how can we maximize the resources that are out there, and working together as one of those ways? And why we started with Start With Hello, it was a campaign from Sandy Hook. From the Sandy Hook Promise, and that's where kind of it got started. But it is to support the basis and the framework for Every Kid in Our Community Coalition, which is the Search Institute's developmental assets and the developmental relationships framework.
Okay, so the key elements would be the expressing that you care.
Yes, and so by saying hello to someone, you're showing that you care about them. And, there's all sorts of things that you can do with that. And it shows them that, you matter to me. So we want kids and youth to feel like they matter in the community. And we know that they matter to their families, but, it's important that other people in their lives show that they matter as well. Because we know that kids who have that other significant adult in their life beyond their families do better in life and have better outcomes.
Isn't that interesting?
And the research is there from the Search Institute that supports that.
Yeah, no, it's just, I'm amazed by that. It should be common, you know what I mean? As opposed to having to research it and ensure that, that people know about this.
I know.
Wow. Oh, so what, some other key elements like providing support, what would that come from? Would that come from?
So help me do my tasks and achieve my goals.
Okay.
And so, lots of children and youth need that support to, get through something from a sports perspective or to get through something at school or some sort of arts and recreation kind of activity they're involved with. So helping them to do that, providing that support.
So like an after school group that can actually help individuals that are, with their homework or things of this nature, or being able to go to the library and access help there if they're having trouble with reading, things like of this nature?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
And there
okay.
and there are those. Certainly, there are after school programs. Big brothers, big sisters.
Yes.
There's support from the library in Brockville. They are partners with Every Kid as well. So all of those kinds of things. So kind of anywhere that a youth might be or touch, that we provide that support for them.
So when we're talking about expanding possibilities, what do we mean by that when we're saying, is this to give them opportunities?
Yeah, and connect them to places that they might not otherwise connect with,
Okay.
or connect to people that they might not otherwise have an opportunity to connect with. So something they might be interested in their experiences. So we'll talk to this person. Maybe this person can help you. That kind of concept to expand their possibilities of thinking of what they can do and what they want to be when they become an adult.
So what comes to my mind right away is someone who wants to learn a musical instrument. And we have that capability here in Brockville with Aaron's Mill, right?
We do. And Aaron's Mill is definitely an important a place for kids to have that access, and that's supported by United Way Leeds in Grenville, and so that it is accessible for all kids regardless of ability to pay and those kinds of things.
So it's really it's quite amazing that this every kid in the community's coalition has recognized and realizes what is needed in the communities and how to help these youth.
And I think that every one of our partners knows that, and every one of our partners plays a piece in that role.
Yeah.
But how can collectively we as a community, beyond the social service providers, help in our community? And that's what Start With Low is all about. So the church group, the book club, anyone in their community can be engaged in the Start With Hello project, can say hello and engage a conversation with a child or youth to help support them as they move toward adulthood and being successful in life.
So Jane, if there happens to be an organization out there that want to be involved and think that they can be an asset to the coalition, should they contact you?
Yes, they can contact me.
Okay.
My email is admin@everykid.on.ca. We have a website, everykid.on.ca. And on the website are all the resources for the Start With Hello campaign that any group can download and use as they wish in order to do that.
So there's like a template.
There's a template for the buttons,
Yes.
Start With Hello buttons. There's templates for what to say, because some people go, what do I say?
Yeah.
We went out to R&J youth and we surveyed those youth and said, what would you want an adult to say to you if they were going to engage you? So we have information on our website that says this is what they thought was what they wanted to hear from adults in the community. The other thing I might mention too is that every year in June, we have an Asset Builders Award in Leeds and Grenville. And we've been doing that for around 8 years now, where we recognize people who are asset builders for children and youth who might otherwise not think that they are.
Yes.
And some of the interesting ones we've had is the McDonald's staff near South Grenville. There used to be a grocery store near St. Mary's, and the clerks were one of the asset builders, because every day the kid would go in and they get asked, how was your day? How was school today? Did you do well on your exam? And it could be a teacher, it could be a music person, it could be a coach. There's many people that are asset builders in our community who probably don't even realize that they are.
Yes.
So that's something to watch our website for too, because in the new year, we'll have the applications up for the 2025 Asset Builders Awards that we have at the Brockville YMCA in every June.
That's nice. That's nice to being recognized for what they probably think is nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
That's it every day. That's the part of the life.
Yeah.
Oh my heavens! Whoa.
So it's a wonderful celebration of our community and the people that help children and youth.
Thank you for coming in, sitting down with me, and telling us about this, and telling our viewers, that this is happening out there, and that the youth are they're people that really, really care, and they want to help.
Yes. Thank you very much for being here.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
It's our pleasure, Jane. It really is. Don't you go away.